Welcome back to The Charismatic Voice. Today I'm going to be listening to a new singer for the first time that you guys have been recommending for several months. And this will be Morissette Amon singing Akin Kana Lang. Now I've never heard her, but I know that she's described sometimes as the Mariah Carey of the Philippines or of Asia. And she apparently has access to some crazy high notes, so I can't wait to hear those. Let's get to it.
Wish 1075.
Bakit hindi mo maramdaman? Ikaw sa akin ay mahalaga. Ako sa'yo'y kaibigan lamang. Paano nga ba't di ko at ako pa ba'y iibigin pa? Ang dinadasal, makikiusap na lang. Akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang. Ang dinadasal sa araw-araw. Akin ka na lang, na lang, at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na.
She has a really beautiful tone. I love the way she's able to go in between a focused tone and an airy tone. She has some really good control here. And I also love the way she is going up in a really full voice sometimes and then like doing little cries off of it, little breaks off of it. It just shows a lot of welling emotion. But the thing I love the most is how happy she seems to be singing. You see it in her face. She's just got this smile the whole time. She's relaxed. She's not straining for any of these notes. It feels like the motion that is that has more power in it and more buildup. You can tell that that's built from down below, from her diaphragm, and that it's not built up here in her larynx because you don't get these like veins popping out or anything like that. So that's really cool to see. In addition, you can really hear that at the top she has a choice between belting a note or flipping and giving it some more head voice, so like some more top-down approach or some more weighty approach. She's able to go between the two really easily, which is nice. It gives her a lot of choices of different colors and qualities to bring. Ka na lang, akin ka na lang. Okay, so I've learned now it's Akin Kana Lang, not Akin Kana Lang, which is how I first announced it. That's always fun to learn you said something wrong partway through the video. Oops. Okay, I've learned. Listen to the way she's doing runs. I think she's probably going to do it more, and if not, we'll go back and catch a few. But you can always tell when a person is more comfortable with runs because they'll change the vowels up to actually help them accentuate the run and give different emotions to it. So at the end of the first chorus, she did a run where she had her mouth open, and then at the end, she'd actually closed it down and went to kind of like a almost like a hum, but more with an N kind of tongue position there. So it's really fascinating to hear how she is defining different notes within the run using different vowels or mouth positions.
Ang dinadasal sa araw-araw, akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang, at maghihintay hanggang akin ka na.
Listen to that one more time. That's a great example of using chest voice or head voice. The first time she used head voice to get into it, and the second time she used her chest voice.
Sa araw-araw, akin ka na lang, akin ka na lang, at
There's your head voice.
maghihintay hanggang
And there's your chest
akin
voice.
ka na.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping for that moment. I was like, I hear she does whistle. I hear she does whistle. I really want to hear it. You can't be called the Mariah Carey of something unless you flip into whistle register, which are those high rafter notes that they kind of sound like a whistle, and it's only part of your vocal folds that are vibrating to make them. I am such a sucker for somebody who can flip into whistle, especially within a pop song, or you hear it more often with some opera, but I love hearing it in other genres. So that was exciting. Let's figure out what those notes were.
Akin ka na,
Woo! That's high. Woo! She went up to an A6 there. So that's 2 octaves above where concert pitch is tuned to for orchestras. That's really high. Woo! Let's hear it one more time.
akin ka na.
She connected it to the bottom note, which is even harder to do. Whoa! Woo! Whoa, she just did so much that was really amazing there. She has a pretty deep and heavy tone to be taking up as high as she just did. When she belted her top note in there, I want to figure out what note that was. The difference is when you have that, she has a warmer tone. It's not like contralto by any means, but on the other hand, it isn't a thin lower tone that is really easy to take up. She's kind of got like middly weight to her middle tone. So to take that up, that's harder to do for her, but she did it, and she went higher than I would have expected her voice to go. So I want to see where she's going with that. She also put a little growl in there. That was fun, right? I was like, oh, she growls too? Whoa. And that's where she had just that little bit of rasp at the beginning of a note. And then on top of that, I just kind of stood back at one point because she was holding a phrase for a really long time. I was thinking to myself, when was the last time she took a breath? So let's go back and catch some of that because that was really impressive.
Makikiusap na lang, akin ka na lang.
a long breath. Wow, girl's killing it. She's killing it. So she was going up to an E5 there, in a full belt, a really full belt. It didn't, the sound didn't thin out much, and she took it all the way up. That was really, really good. How long was this breath? Just a second, we're gonna watch the timer. So that was from 3:39 to 3:53. So that was 14 seconds. And she's doodling around in there and everything. And it's also after she's had a really big belted note and a couple of other big things she's done. She did a growl before as well. So there's so much that's stacked in there. I just would not have expected suddenly to have this amazing long phrase in addition. It shows so much vocal control. And she's so much more capable of a lot of things than I would have even expected from the first minute of the song. It's very impressive. Let's keep going. Oh, there you go. There are those run vowels.
Wish Exclusive on Wish 1075.
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, I love those little whistles she does at the end. I want to hear it again. Okay. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. So she's just like hanging out there. She's like, yeah, whatever. I'm on a high E. Really easy peasy. And look at how happy her face is when she does it. She doesn't worry about tension or anything.
1075.
That was so good. It was so good. Wow. What an impressive artist. That was so much available to her. She did a lot of really impressive things in there that tells me she is capable of tons more. So she's got high notes out the kazoo, whistle register, clear, clean, not pressed at all. And she can belt with a really, really warm quality of chest voice, much higher than I expected. Then she also can do little growls. I think I only heard one in the song, but I'd love to hear her do more of those. I'm curious how she would use that in other places as well. And then finally, her breath control is out of this world. That was just the cherry on top when I'd already felt like, wow, wow, wow. And then she just kept going. And I couldn't even remember when she'd taken a breath before. It's very impressive. Her instrument, her voice is impressive, but her control of her voice is also impressive. So thank you so much for this recommendation. Please continue to make recommendations down below. I'd love to hear what songs you'd like to hear next. And if you'd like to come join me on Mondays and Fridays at 8 a.m., I do live premieres where the chat is live while the video is premiering. So if you don't want to miss out on that, do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to turn on notifications. And I hope to see you soon.